So guys, Messi has just won his 8th Ballon d'Or. Was it controversial? Should Erling Haaland have won it? Let's talk about that. So honestly guys, it's just getting a bit crazy at this point. Messi has 8 freaking Ballon d'Ors. You have literally legends of the game, best players to ever play the game like Thierry Henry, not even being able to win 1 Ballon d'Or, and yet you have Messi who has 8. Sure, there are players like Zinedine Zidane who's won one. I think R9's won twice. I think in 1999 and 2002 if I'm not mistaken. We've even had English players win it like Michael Owen, a rare exceptional cause. And of course you have unnatural, out of this world, alien-like people like Cristiano Ronaldo winning it 5 times, right? And then comes Messi with 8 Ballon d'Ors, close to double digits, which is absolutely insane if you ask me, because no player can even win it more than twice, and this guy is winning literally 8. But of course, during his stint of winning Ballon d'Ors, there have been a lot of controversy. Erling Haaland, for example, should he have won it this year? And obviously in 2021, where you have Messi winning the Copa America and Lewandowski, people were saying he should have won it because he basically won every single award there was in terms of, I think, PFA Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but that was also controversial. I think we can all agree that his years of winning it 4 times in a row was not controversial. He won the Champions League twice. He got 90 plus goals in a season, and there's not really anything that fans can say about that. When you look at 2021 and 2023, where obviously because of international wins, coaches and players were sort of leading towards Messi. However, you know, seeing all the backlash and seeing all the fans tend to disagree. But obviously, we still gotta give props and we still gotta give appreciation to the GOAT, in my opinion, because even though there's controversy surrounding if he should have won 7 Ballon d'Ors or 8 Ballon d'Ors, you still cannot deny how good of a player this man is. He's won every single award that a player can ever win. He's won international cups, the 2 biggest international trophies he's won it. He's won the Spanish La Liga multiple times. He's won the Champions League, I think 4 times. Any trophy that you can think of where he's been in that league, he's won it. So you can't deny his greatness. And also, obviously, we've seen what he can do with the football. Like, neutral fans that look at Messi play, they'll think like he's way better than every single player that's on the pitch. Because how he just goes about doing everything so perfectly. And football is a sport that is impossible to achieve perfection. And he is pretty close to the perfect football player that we have ever seen. Other than hitting, probably, because he doesn't really score much with hitting. Let's talk about this, the controversies of when Messi won the Ballon d'Or, because I think that is something that is kind of an interesting topic that people like to address and talk about. So obviously in 2021, Lewandowski had 64 goals, right? He won the Bundesliga, the Club World Cup, and the DFL Super Club. That's a pretty crazy feat to achieve, right? But the only award that he didn't win that year was the Champions League. And obviously, he didn't win it, right? That's controversy on people thinking that he should have won it. Messi obviously won it because he had never carried Argentina internationally in a major league competition. So he's lost, I think, the Copa America twice or 3 times. To finally push them to that next stage and to actually win the Copa America was a big feat, was a big step. And people knew that Messi was going to win it, right? Because he won the Copa America. Similar to this World Cup, I mean, if you look at the stats compared to Erling Haaland broke every single record in the Premier League, broke every single record, I think, with most goals for a club in his first season joining. He just shattered every single record, right? And what Man City were able to do last season, won the treble, won every single award other than the Carabao Cup domestically. And Man City just kept on falling short. They had never won the Champions League. They've been to the Champions League final once and lost against Chelsea. But they needed that they just needed that striker to propel them to the finish line. And with Erling Haaland, they did that. They won the Champions League. But obviously, with Messi winning the World Cup and him cementing his place as one of the greatest players to ever play, by getting this World Cup, which is something that he so desperately missed and so desperately needed, that is why it's also hard to make a case against him. Because honestly, I think if you take Messi out of the Argentina team and you put any other player in that team, I don't think they would have won the World Cup. But should Erling Haaland have won it? In my opinion, honestly, I felt like Erling Haaland should have won it. In my opinion, I think Erling Haaland should have won it only because of the fact that he came into this Man City team and they had never won the Champions League. He comes in, he breaks every record in the books, and by the way, there were pundits, there were you know, everyone saying that, oh, he's done it in a Farmers League, right? Can he do it in the Premier League? He literally did it. He did it in the Premier League, broke every record in the shortest period of time. I think he had like what? 15 goals in 10 games, which is absolutely crazy. The first half of the season, he was literally demolishing every record that was to be destroyed. And he did it in the best fashion. Obviously, playing for Man City is not a hard thing to do. If you're a spectacular striker, you're built like a freaking tank, it's not hard to do, right? You're 6'4", you run as fast as shit, alright? You're definitely gonna break the records. And plus, you have two of the best midfielders. No, three at the time. Three of the best midfielders. De Bruyne, Gundogan, Rodri, right? Giving you the ball, putting it on a plate for you. It's easy to score that amount of goals that quickly when you have the likes of De Bruyne feeding you the ball. Different case if you're in a team like Man United. I think it wouldn't be so controversial if he had gone to a team like that doesn't have the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and he still managed to score 30 goals. I think that would have cemented his position as just the best player in the world at that time and getting the Ballon d'Or. But I still think that Erling Haaland should have won it because I think he had the best season. It's just hard to not look at how Man City won the Champions League after falling short so many times consecutively, and when he joins, they win it, right? And he gets every award that is actually humanly possible, right? This year, he's already had like what, 10 goals, but it's still nowhere as close as the records that he was achieving last year. But honestly, you just gotta give props to them both. It's hard to argue against Messi and what he did, finally carrying them to the World Cup. It's so difficult, and I'm so happy that he won the World Cup. But I think if you're just basing it solely on... Because Messi, let's be honest, he did decent in PSG, not up to the expectations that we were sort of expecting from him. But he won the World Cup, which is something that is the hardest to do of any player, to win the World Cup. But I still do think that Erling Haaland should have won it because you just can't deny the records and the accolades. And that is my thoughts and the end of the video. So guys, if you enjoyed that and you want to be a part of the discussion and part of the best football family on YouTube, where we have regular talks about the biggest topics in football, do leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on what you want me to talk about. Leave your opinions down below in the comment section as well. And let's try to grow this family together. It's still a relatively small YouTube channel, but we're looking to expand it, obviously. I'll be posting twice a week, so stay tuned to that. One will be in the weekends and one will be in the weekdays, or sometimes I might even get 3 times a week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.